Mathematics 13, Elementary Statistics, Course Overview. Welcome to Mathematics 13 Elementary Statistics. I'm Professor Sullivan, and I will be your instructor this semester. In this video, I will provide an overview of some key components to our online course. In order to get a more complete and detailed description of the important aspects related to our course, you must download and carefully examine the course syllabus. The course syllabus is located in the Course Information module of our online Canvas course. In fact, all of the instructional materials used in this course are available online in Canvas. As a result, there is no textbook to purchase. Instead, to access the instructional materials used in this course, you must have regular access to a Canvas-compatible computer system with a reliable high-speed internet connection. Now, let's take a look at how our online Canvas course is organized. To access our online course in Canvas, you need to log in using your MySierra username and password. Once you log into Canvas, you then click on our Math 13 Elementary Statistics course. When you access our online course in Canvas using a browser, you will always be directed to the course module page. The course modules is how all the content for this course is presented. You must complete all of the tasks presented in the course modules in sequential order. That means you cannot access one item in the learning module until you have completed all the tasks that come before it. So once you've gone to our course and viewed this video, the course overview video, you can then proceed to the course syllabus page. By clicking on the course syllabus page, you'll get access to the course syllabus. Here you need to download it and either save it to your device or print it out, and you need to carefully read it. The course syllabus describes in detail all the important aspects of this course, including information like how to contact me. In this course, you should contact me via the Canvas inbox messaging system. I check my Canvas inbox messages each morning, afternoon, and evening throughout the semester. I also check my inbox on weekends. So I am typically able to respond to student questions and requests in a fairly reasonable time frame. I also send messages to you via the Canvas inbox messaging system. So be sure to check your Canvas inbox on a regular basis to avoid missing any important and timely messages. In the syllabus, you'll also be able to see the requirements that you need to meet for this course. Also, you'll need to read about the important things such as discussions. And here the discussion section will describe what's involved in our weekly discussions. Also, there's a section on the assignments. The assignment section describes how the homework assignments are conducted in this class. And then you need to review the examination section. This is where, in detail, you'll be given information on the exams in this course. Also, you'll receive information on the grading system. I grade according to a rubric system. I do not grade according to points or percentages. Even though Canvas displays points and percentages, you really should ignore this information and only concentrate on the rubrics. Each of the discussions, assignments, and examinations have rubrics, and you should view the rubric to receive feedback on how your work was evaluated in this course. But in general, my basic rubric system evaluates the quality of the work that you submitted for a given task. And I evaluate the quality of the work on a scale as to whether the work was considered to be excellent, good, satisfactory, unsatisfactory, inadequate, or insufficient. So even though I am grading and marking the results on a rubric, Canvas will turn my ratings into numbers that they display as points and convert them into percentages. I do not grade according to that system, so you should not look at that. The letter grade you see posted in Canvas is your current letter grade in the course. The letter grade is determined based on my scoring on these rubrics. By determining a weighted mean of these overall scores earned on discussions, which accounts for 10% of the final grade, the homework assignments, which account for 30% of the final grade, and your examinations, which account towards 60% of the final grade. And if that overall weighted mean score ranges between a 4 and a 5, you will receive a letter grade of an A. When that weighted mean score is between a 3 and a 4, you receive a B. And when the overall mean weighted value is between 2 and 3, you will receive a C. So look at the grading system, and there's other important information about the course in the syllabus that you need to review. After you have reviewed the syllabus, you can then go to the next item in the learning module. Instead of going all the way back to the module page and then clicking on the next item, you could stay within the learning module and just navigate through it by using the navigation buttons on the bottom of the page. Previous to go to the previous item, and next to go to the next item. So here we're done with the syllabus. I could press the next button at the bottom right-hand side of the page, and I'll be taken to the next item in the learning module, which is the student survey. Here you need to download the student survey and either keep it in your device or print it out. And you need to have access to this when you're watching the video lessons and examples and when you're working on your homework exercises, because the data contained in the student survey is used in various examples and exercises. This student survey data was collected from a random sample of 44 Sierra College Elementary Statistics students, just like you. These were the questions that they were asked on the first page, and then here's the resulting answers or data that was collected from those for all 44 students. You do not have to fill out this survey and send it to me. This is just giving you the questions that were asked and the data that we're going to be using in examples. Once you've downloaded and gotten a copy of the student survey, you can then press the next button to move to the next item in the learning module, which is the movie database sample. Here, just like with the student survey, you'll need to download the movie database sample and keep a copy with you on your device, or you could print it out. You will need to refer to the data contained in this movie database sample to follow various video lectures and examples and homework exercises. The movie database sample consists of 2 pages. There's data from 30 movies on the first page and data collected from 30 movies on the second page. So there's a total of 60 movies that were randomly selected and data was collected and we'll be analyzing in this course. Now that we've completed all these items, if we go back to the home page, we'll be directed to the learning module page, and you'll see that we have completed all the items in our first module, the course information module. You could tell this by looking at the green check marks. So the green check marks denote your progress in the course. And once you've completed all these items, the next learning module opens, which is week 1. So now we can continue with the course by completing all the items contained in the week 1 learning module. Instead of having to scroll down the learning module page every time you enter a course, you could just click on the module title. In this case, I'll click on course information, and it will collapse that module. Therefore, we don't have to scroll down and look at that information anymore as we continue on to the next module. Don't worry, that information is still there. If you click on the collapsed learning module, it will open and you could still access all the information that's inside it. But it makes for an easier way to access information if after you finish a module, you click on it to collapse it, so then you can continue on to the next one. So this course is organized by placing all the items you need to do week by week in these weekly learning modules. Each of the weekly learning modules follows this very similar pattern. At the beginning of each week, you must complete your weekly discussion. So you start by clicking on the discussion link, and it'll take you to that week's discussion. Each of the weekly discussions are organized in the same way. You basically come to the discussion, and at the beginning of the week, that is before the due date, you need to click on the reply button and enter a reply to the prompt that's presented in that week. Make sure you address all of the items that you're being requested to respond to in that initial post. Then once you make that initial post, you can continue on to the rest of the learning module for the rest of the week. But don't forget, you then have to return to this discussion at the end of the week. At the end of the week, or after the due date, you return to the discussion and then read all of your fellow discussion group members' posts. And then you need to reply to them, that is, carry on this discussion of the topic that's being presented in the weekly discussion. You will not be able to see your other fellow discussion group members' initial posts until after you have made your first post. So you need to make your first post at the beginning of the week. Then you can continue on with the rest of the items in the learning module. But then you have to return to this discussion at the end of the week to then read all your fellow discussion group members' posts and be able to reply and respond to them. So after we made this post, I can now press the next button to go to the next item after the discussion, which will be an assignment. All the assignments in this course are organized in the same manner. You basically complete the assignment by going through all of the 8 tasks that are numbered and are listed in the assignment. Starting with number 1, it says to download and examine the study guide. So you start each assignment by clicking on the study guide link. It will download that assignment study guide, which is essentially the information that would be included in the textbook. It's basically all the lecture notes for the topics that you're going to be covering in this assignment. So you could read this and refer to it as you work through the problems for the assignment. Then number 2, you need to view and study the video lessons and examples that I provide. The primary means by which I deliver instruction in this course is by way of these video lessons and examples. So you need to view each of these video lessons and examples to help teach you the material that you're then going to work on in the homework exercises. To watch the videos, you need to just click on the play button in the center of the video thumbnail. Avoid clicking on the title of the video because that will then take you out of Canvas and send you to YouTube, where I've created a channel to hold these videos. Instead, you just can click on the play button in the center and it will play inside of Canvas and you can continue to work inside Canvas. You could also make the video expand to full screen. You could pause it, rewind, and just go through the video at your own pace. The video lessons start with a lesson that gives you an overall idea of the topic, followed by several examples to illustrate the main concepts. Please be sure to watch each of the videos. Not watching the videos is just like not showing up to class, and you really cannot be expected to understand how to solve the homework problems if you don't watch these videos. So now, after you watch the video lessons and examples, the third item is to then download and solve the homework exercises. You click on the link for the homework exercises, and you will get a PDF file that contains all the homework problems to work for this assignment. So you could either write your solutions right on this assignment, or you can just write it on a separate file or a separate piece of paper. However you want to work is fine. But you solve all those homework problems, and if you encounter any difficulties while trying to solve these homework problems, you need to resolve them as soon as you can, either by referring to the study guide or by reviewing the video lessons and examples that are provided. You could also seek help from me, the instructor, via the Canvas inbox messaging system or the Confer Zoom feature. Or you can take advantage of available tutorial services offered by the Sierra College Math Center, the Sierra College Tutor Center, or the tutor.com 24/7 online tutoring service. Once you have solved all the homework problems, you then need to save your solutions to a PDF file. So in this course, you save your solutions to homework assignments and examination problems as a PDF file in which you will then upload in Canvas to be graded. This can be accomplished in several ways. One, you can download the assignment or examination PDF file in Canvas and open it with an app that allows you to edit and annotate the PDF file. Or use markup tools with a stylus pen to write your solutions on the document itself. These apps have to specifically be able to work and edit PDF files. Word processing programs like Microsoft Word or Google Docs will not be able to accomplish this. You need to use some sort of program like Adobe Acrobat to do this. There are also several other options of apps that will allow you to edit or annotate or mark up these PDF files. But if you want to use a word processing program, you could create your solutions that way also. You can create your solutions using Microsoft Word or Google Docs by opening and creating a new file and typing in your solutions. Or you can write your solutions on paper and take a picture of your solutions and then insert those images into the Word or Google Doc. Once you've created your solutions in the Word or Google Doc file, then you need to save that file as a PDF file. You do this by going to File, Save As, and select the PDF file format option. Another way to create PDF solution files is if you're going to handwrite your solutions on paper, instead of taking pictures and inserting them into a Word doc or Google Doc, you can actually scan your written solutions directly as a PDF file using an app such as the Microsoft OneDrive, Google Drive, or Apple Files on a smartphone. This is much more efficient because you'll be able to scan the documents directly to a PDF file and store them on your device or store it in the cloud, and then be able to upload them directly into Canvas after you're finished. To demonstrate how these apps are used to scan documents so that you could save them as a PDF file to upload in Canvas, I'm going to use my iPhone and the Apple Files app. To start the Files app, I find the File app and click it. And then, if I just pull down, it brings up the little circle with 3 dots option. If I tap that, it gives me an option to scan documents. So I tap the Scan Documents option. It brings up the camera. There's an auto function or a manual function. I have it set to auto. You just have your homework there and it will automatically identify it and scan it and save it as a PDF file. And then you need to go and do that to each page of your assignment or exam. Once the app has captured all of the things you need, you then save it by tapping Save. And then it's uploading it to the cloud. You can then press on the document and give it a name. It's always good to give it a name that's easy to recognize. It's also good to create a folder so that you can put all of your documents in the same place. And so now we have a PDF file that captures your assignment that can then be uploaded in Canvas. Once you've saved your solutions file as a PDF file, you can then go to step 6, which is to upload and submit your PDF solution file in this assignment. To do this, you need to find the button that says Submit Assignment. So to start the process of uploading your solutions for the assignment, you click on the Submit Assignment button, and that will open up an area where you can then choose the file to upload. To choose the file, you click on the Choose File button, and then you could browse your device and click on the file that you created for your homework solutions. In order to complete the upload process, you then need to click the button that says Submit Assignment. Now don't leave this page. Wait until you get the verification that the file you chose has finished uploading. And there we go. We finally got confirmation that the file we uploaded was successful. And that takes us to the step 7. We need to verify that our homework solutions were successfully submitted. That signal does indicate that the file was successfully submitted, but to ensure that you submitted the correct file, you should go down to the bottom of the page, and if you click on the link that says Download, the file that you uploaded, it will show you the actual file you uploaded, and you need to look at it to verify that yes, this is indeed the actual solution file that you intended to upload. If, when you look at that file, you realize that that is the wrong file, you had made a mistake, then right away you need to upload the correct file. Since you only get one opportunity to upload the file, you really should take caution to make sure you're selecting the appropriate file. But I have a little remedy that we might be able to help if you make a mistake in this case. You can upload the correct file right away in the comment box on the assignment submissions detail page. The assignment detail page has a link at the bottom that says submission details, and if you click on that, you'll see that there is a comment box that has a link to attach a file. If you click on the attach file, you can then choose a file to upload, and this is one way of uploading the correct file in case you made a mistake. But you really should not be doing this process at all. You should be uploading the correct file right from the beginning. Also note that this submission details page for all the assignments and for all the examinations should be returned to after I finish grading your exam, because you are able to then see the rubric to view how your assignment or exam was graded. And there's also a view feedback link. And if you click on the view feedback link, you'll be able to see whatever feedback I gave on that assignment or on the exam. Again, here is the rubric that'll be used for assignments. There's a timeliness criteria, which means you have to successfully submit the assignment by the due date. A completeness component where you have to submit solutions for each and every exercise on the assignment. There's a detailedness component where the solutions you submit need to be clear and sufficiently detailed in order to demonstrate your reasoning and method of solving the problem. You're just not providing answers to the problems that are presented. You got to give the reason and show all your work that led to those answers. As far as correctness goes, only one of the homework exercises will be selected and graded for correctness. So I'll be able to give you feedback on whether what you submitted was completely correct, partially correct, or not correct, just for one problem. A very, very important part of this assignment is step 8, where you need to check your answers by referring to the solutions that are provided in the learning module. Since I'm only grading one of the homework exercises for correctness, you need to then look at the solutions to check all of your other homework. And this is very important that you do this. Here, after submitting the homework solution PDF file in this assignment, you're then able to use the next button to go to the next part of the learning module, which is the solutions. And here you can then compare the solutions with the answers that you got for your assignment. One of two things will happen. Either these solutions will match the solutions you provided, which gives you feedback that you understood the concept. Or these solutions may be different than the solutions you provided, which means there was some sort of misunderstanding that needs to be corrected. So you could either correct your misunderstanding by looking at these solutions and seeing where it is you went wrong. If you can't tell on your own, you need to contact me via the Canvas inbox messaging system or seek help from the tutorial services that are available. So this process, working item one by one in the learning module section, is how we'll proceed with the whole rest of the course. You cannot access one item until you've completed all the other items that come before it. So the items that you work on have to be done in sequential order all through the learning modules week by week by week. And again, you could check progress with the green check marks to see where you are when you leave Canvas and then come back another day to pick up where you left off. So just follow this process. Pay attention to the due dates. The due dates are listed right under each of the items in the learning modules. So complete your work by the due dates. Do them one at a time, starting at the top and working your way down. Go through all the steps in your homework assignments. And after you submit the homework assignment, make sure you check your solutions and correct any problems or misunderstandings that you have. A Texas Instrument TI-84 calculator or other compatible statistics computing device is required for this course. A TI-83 model calculator is absolutely compatible with the TI-84. They share the exact same keyboard and menu structure, so either one will work very well for this course. If you choose to use some other statistics computing device, like a different model calculator or software package to perform the statistics calculations in this course, you are taking on the responsibility of learning how to use these devices on your own. Because in the video solutions and examples and lessons I created in this course, I demonstrate how to use this TI-84 calculator to perform the calculations we need. I do this by showing you the buttons to push and telling you the buttons to push. For instance, to turn the calculator on, we press the on button. Now, to ensure that the display in my video lessons and examples display the same way on your calculator as they do in the videos, we need to set your TI-84 calculator to the same modes that my calculator is set to. To set the modes on your calculator, you press the mode button. And now you need to ensure that the normal mode is selected. We know this because the blinking icon is on the normal command, and to select it, we press the enter button. We do not want the SCI, or scientific mode, or ENG, engineering mode, to be selected. Then to navigate around the menu, we could use the arrow buttons. There's an up, down, left, and right in the upper right-hand corner of the keyboard. So using the down button, I can now move the cursor to blink on the float mode. We want the floating mode to be selected, so with it blinking on float, you press enter to select. We do not want the 0, 1, 2, 3 through 9 to be selected. The rest of the modes aren't necessary for our statistics calculations. They're for other subjects like arithmetic, algebra, and calculus. So arrow down all the way till you get to the second page. Here we need to set the mode to the classic mode. So we arrow the blinking cursor over to classic, and with it blinking on classic, we press enter to select it. We want the classic mode to be selected, not the math print mode. The other mode that are important in statistics is we need to go down to the stat diagnostics mode, arrow the cursor over so that the blinking icon is on, and press enter to select. And then we down arrow and over to set the stats wizards mode to off. So with the cursor blinking on off, we press enter to select. So now we've set all the modes on your calculator to the same ones that are on the calculator that are demonstrating how to do the problems in this class in the video lessons and examples. Now to get out of the mode or any other screen you're in, you need to quit. Quit is the second thing the mode button does. Each button can do more than one thing. What's printed on the button, like mode, when you press it, will get you to the mode menu. But if you want to do the second thing the button does, like quit is printed just above and to the left corner of the mode button, you need to press second and then mode to quit. It's just like the shift key on a keyboard. So pressing the key does what's printed right on the button, but to do the second thing, you have to do the second or shift and then the button. We will primarily be using statistics menus in this class. So by pressing the stat button, you'll enter the stat menu. The cursor starts you at edit. This is where we edit and enter data. But if you hit the right arrow, you move the cursor over to calc, short for calculate, where we'll do statistics calculations. And then if you hit the right arrow again, it highlights the test menu. This is where we'll be doing our confidence intervals and hypothesis test procedures. Again, anytime you find yourself somewhere in a calculator, to get out of this area, you need to quit. So we press second mode. If at any time you want to clear the screen, you could press the clear button. And to turn off the calculator, off is the second thing the on button does. So by pressing second on, you're actually turning the calculator off. If you don't touch any buttons on your calculator for 5 minutes, the calculator will automatically turn off the calculator to save batteries. But if you want to turn off the calculator yourself, you just press second on and it will turn off. If you have an older version of the TI-84 or you have a TI-83 calculator, you may not see the math print mode or the stat diagnostic or stat wizard mode. That's okay. If you don't have a screen that has the stat wizard, stat diagnostic, or classic mode, your calculator is already in those modes, so you don't have to make any adjustments. Your calculator is ready to go. So there you have it. Now you're ready to begin the class. Just go to the weekly lessons section and start week 1. And as long as you remain motivated and committed to understanding and learning the material in this class, and you dedicate enough time and attention to allow yourself the opportunity to do so, without a doubt, you'll be able to successfully complete this class. But if you come across any problems along the way, please don't hesitate to contact me. I'm here to help you, so please let me know if I can help. So, here's to a good semester. Good luck.